Katie Price rocks marriage to Kieran Hayler by revealing she would. Katie Price rocked her latest marriage by sending a DJ text saying she wanted his kids. And now she is set to rattle husband Kieran Hayler further by dropping 2 more brutal revelations. Katie Price rocked up to Bazaar HQ to perform her latest single I Got You. She vowed she would never change her surname to Hayler, and if they split she would rekindle her relationship with former Flame Gareth Gates. Asked whether she would still fancy a steamy session with the former pop idol star, 15 years on from their first tryst, when he was 17, the Loose Women panelist said, "If I wasn't married, of course. I would do anyone if I wasn't married." Katie opened up about her latest marital crisis after a special performance of her new single I Got You on my Facebook page. She claims the track was inspired by Kieran, but that's hardly appeased her third husband, who is still raging at her flirty texts to DJ Tom Zanetti. He seemed particularly miffed about one of his wife's texts saying she would change her surname to Zanetti if they got hitched. Katie Price admitted she would sleep with Gareth Gates again if she wasn't married. Katie had a fling with Gareth Gates in 2002 when he was just 17 and famously took his virginity. Katie Price performs her new single I Got You on Big Brother's Bid on the Side. Speaking on Katie's new reality show My Crazy Life, which starts on Quest Red on Monday at 10 p.m., the ex-stripper moaned. She said she wanted to change her name to his name when they got married and had kids. She hasn't changed her name to mine. But Katie, who has also been married to singer Peter Andre and cage fighter Alex Reid, hit back in typically bullish fashion. She said, "I would never change my surname for any man. But I do have lots of my personal accounts in Hayler, like banks and things." Her controversial comments are more than likely to ruffle a few feathers with hubby Kieran Hayler. Katie Price is determined to carry on releasing music and will put out another song this summer. The Loose Women panelist also said she would never change her surname for any man. "He's the only one I've ever even changed those for. So he's got further with me than my other husbands." The performance of her single sparked thousands of comments on my Facebook page. And fans of her unique singing style will be pleased to know her music career is not stopping at I Got You. Katie was also caught sending flirty texts to DJ Tom Zanetti, who worked on her latest single. Katie said, "If I want to do something, I will do it. I live my dream. You only live once, so do what you want to do. I'm enjoying myself, not hurting anyone." There will be another dance track this summer. So either fingers in your ears or look out for it. Can't wait for the duet with Gareth. Peter Andre cringes on Loose Women as they announce Katie Price's relaunching music career. Ben's dig at ex-mentor Cowell. There's no love lost between Ben Hano and Simon Cowell. The 2014 X Factor winner has accused the music mogul of not giving him a proper chance after he was dropped from Simon's Sicko label for failing to flog enough records. Ben, Right With Me, today makes his comeback with new tune Alive, an ode to fans who helped get him through the turmoil. Former X Factor champ Ben Hano with Bizarre's Dan Wooden. He said of being dumped, "It was devastating. You've just got a record deal, then a year later it's taken away. They said the album didn't sell enough and the chart position wasn't what they wanted, but it went gold and sold nearly 200,000 copies. They didn't take into account the way the industry changed. Even records from big names are going in at no 12 and 13 in the charts. It was a kick in the balls. I wasn't given a chance with the album or the right promotion. Simon Cowell dumped Ben from his record label Sicko in January 2016. Thankfully he could rely upon his fiancée Jessica Jones to keep him upbeat during his troubles. They get hitched at the end of the month. Ben said, "We're doing it in Italy because that's where my nan was born. We've got a traditional Italian band. Hope they've learned how to play his new single." Kesha back on track for album. After 4 years of silence due to a bitter court battle with Dr. Luke, Kesha is back. The U.S. singer dropped allegations of sexual assault and harassment against her longtime producer last year so she could finally resume her career. And during an album playback in London this week, Kesha and my exclusive Snap opened up about how she managed to recover from such personal devastation. Kesha has returned to the music scene with new single Praying. She said, "There was a very long period where I was not sure if I was ever going to be able to put out music again. I would lay on the ground, look at the sky and just weep or laugh. That is how I made it through the past 4 years." Her new music is the best of her career, with the singer appearing to take aim at Dr. Luke in heart-wrenching new single Praying, in which she sings, "We both know all the truth I could tell, I had to learn how to fight for myself, and we both know all the truth I could tell, I'll just say this, I wish you farewell, I hope you're somewhere praying." Pop star Kesha returns with her first solo song in 5 years, inspired by court battle with former producer Dr. Luke. The track will feature on her third album Rainbow, to be released on August 11th. The title track is her most vulnerable to date. Kesha, who was treated for an eating disorder in 2014, also revealed the thinking behind her songwriting. She said, "I was in a really sad, lonely, dark place. I was actually in rehab for an eating disorder. This song is like a promised letter to myself that we were going to make it. I didn't want this record to be a bunch of downer songs, but I also really wanted to address what I've been through. After all that's happened, it's so good to have her back."